A lot of people in 2021 are asking, why does career Hawaii politician Kimberly Pine belong in prison? It's simple. Kim Pine and her taxpayer-funded staff of government employees spent years stealing an estimated $150,000 from taxpayers through a conspiracy that abused Pine's government position, with Kim Pine and these state workers routinely and illegally working on Pine's election campaigns and many other political projects favored by Kim Pine from right inside the state capitol. The state laws which prohibit what Pine and her accomplices have been doing are extremely clear, and clearly breaking these laws again and again and again constitutes theft. Just ask Reen Moncho, another infamous local politician who got sentenced to prison for engaging in even less criminal activity than Pine and her co-conspirators. Thanks to a sweet plea deal from prosecutors, Moncho's time in prison ended up being a lot less than the nearly 20-year sentence Moncho could have received if the matter went to trial for first-degree theft from taxpayers along with other related crimes like money laundering, conspiracy, racketeering, and more. But unlike Reen Moncho, Kim Pine hasn't even been arrested, let alone charged or prosecuted, or forced to correct her years of phony reports, or even pay back all that stolen money. Exactly what kinds of illegal things have Kim Pine and her accomplices been routinely doing inside Pine's government offices year after year? Running political campaigns for Pine and other candidates, launching and operating independent attack committees coordinated by Pine against her political opponents, organizing and selling tickets for political fundraisers for Pine and others, organizing political rallies, protests, plus various partisan and Tea Party events and promotions, raising campaign money online for Pine and others, researching the records of Pine's political opponents for use in campaigns, exploiting official government databases to raise campaign monies, recruiting financial sponsors for Pine's private political events, plotting the takeover of a political party and organizing to get party officers elected, abusing taxpayer-funded resources such as computers, office space, email accounts, and equipment for private and political businesses, developing partisan political websites, videos, and promotions for Pine and others, creating political advertising and commercials for Pine and others, and much, much more. The evidence is damning and overwhelming. All of this illegal activity and more took place right inside Kim Pine's government offices, using government employees, government resources, and government funds year after year, knowingly breaking the law again and again, stealing from taxpayers over and over and over. Making matters worse, while Pine steals all that money, she deliberately falsifies years of mandatory reports to state government about her campaign finances, in which she covers up all that theft by hiding the value of all the stolen tax dollars. To this day, with the approval of Hawaii's dishonest Attorney General and the corrupt Campaign Spending Commission, not a penny that Pine ripped off from taxpayers appears anywhere in any reports for campaign committees she controlled then or now. The total failure of state law enforcement officials and agencies to bring Pine to justice, while actually knowing all about the many crimes Pine committed, only serves to destroy the transparency of our elections, the integrity of our democracy, and the trust of voters in government, at a time when transparency, integrity, and trust are at an all-time low in Hawaii, and all across the nation. And that $150,000 Pine stole could sure pay for a lot of coronavirus testing and vaccines right about now. Here's the bottom line. Pine and her accomplices repeatedly stole from you and your family, while Pine systematically cooked her books to hide the theft from taxpayers. The overwhelming evidence of Pine's corruption, her theft, money laundering, conspiracy, and other crimes is damning and conclusive. Enough is enough. Kim Pine should be in prison for her crimes and should be forced to pay back taxpayers and even compelled to fix the public record of fraudulent government reports. It's time for Attorney General Claire Connors and her department's shady operatives to finally show some integrity and backbone by ending their long-standing policy of protecting politicians like Kim Pine from prosecution. No more excuses. It's time for justice. Hawaii deserves better, and we're all watching. Mahalo for your time. Paid for by Citizens Against Crooked Politicians.